exciting and new. Come aboard, we're expecting you and love, life's sweetest reward. Let it flow, it floats back to you. Love boat, soon we'll be making another run. The Love Boat promises something for everyone. Set a course for adventure, your mind on a new romance. And love won't hurt anymore. It's an open smile on a friendly shore. It's love. Welcome aboard. It's love.
You know, this is our 6th Thanksgiving together.
Oh, see how time flies when you're having fun?
I think we're pretty lucky. 6 years ago, we were thrown together completely by chance, and not only did we get along, but here we are, the best of friends.
Well said, Anna. I think as a group, we have a great deal to be thankful for.
I'll second that.
Do you remember the first day we all met?
I sure do.
Oh, I remember that. You know, I could not believe that you were the ship's doctor.
Too young, huh?
No, no. It's just when you see a grown guy in a sailor suit chasing a big, buxom blonde down a passageway, the word doctor is not what comes immediately to mind.
You know, Gopher, I'm getting a little tired of your woman-chasing jokes.
It's no joke. Honestly, I saw you chasing this woman down a passageway, and Doc, I gotta tell you, she did not look sick.
You know what's sick, Gopher?
What?
You're sick.
What did I say?
This is a fine way to start our Thanksgiving.
Excuse me, when do we get to Puerto Vallarta?
That's Puerto Vallarta.
Hello, I'm Roger Lewis, and this is BJ.
Well, how do you do, BJ, Mr. Lewis? I'm Captain Stubing, and this is my daughter, Vicky.
Hi, how do you do?
How do you do?
Hi, BJ.
How do you do? But when we do get to Puerto
Vallarta.
When we do get there, me and my dad are gonna open up a restaurant, BJ's Cafe.
As you can see, I'll be back in the kitchen, and BJ will be doing all the talking.
But I'll be making the best barbecue sauce in the world. My mom's secret recipe.
Oh, is your mom gonna meet you in Puerto Vallarta?
We lost my wife in an auto accident a year ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, you two look like a winning team to me. We look forward to dining at BJ's Cafe.
You better make your reservations ahead of time if you want a good table.
We know the boss.
Let's see, you're on the Aloha deck. You can go right through that.
But it's nice having you with us for our Thanksgiving.
Okay. Dad, come on, let's check out our cabin.
BJ, are you sure you want to go through with this?
Positive. But maybe we should have taken a plane to get away faster.
I know, but I was afraid Bill would be checking the airports. I just hope I'm doing the right thing.
You are, Dad, you are.
You're right. Come on, let's get so far away Bill Burgess will never...
Hi, I'm Elaine Hamilton.
Hello, welcome aboard our Thanksgiving cruise. I'm Julie McCoy, your cruise director.
Have my parents checked in yet, Buck and Hannah Hamilton?
Hello, see. No, they haven't arrived yet, but when they do arrive, they're in cabin 113 on the promenade deck.
Thanks. I hope their plane isn't late. They're flying in from Denver.
No, I think they'll be here. I had a vision.
A vision?
Mm-hmm. I had a vision of those two people's eyes lighting up the minute they saw you.
There's my little girl.
Oh, Mom, Dad!
Oh, I'm so glad you're both here.
Well, it's not every day that we get to meet our only daughter's only fiancé. Where is that fella, anyhow?
Oh, Arthur had to finish grading some exam papers. He should be along
Oh,
shortly.
I can't wait to meet him. Is he really as handsome as his pictures?
Well, Mom, Dad, there's something I want to tell you before you meet Arthur. It's just that...
I know, dear. He's not like any other man you ever met.
Well, that's right, Mom, but...
Oh, don't worry, honey. If he's half as nice as your old man, he's good enough for me.
Bob.
Besides, now I'll have somebody to give me some competition on the tennis court.
Come on, hotshot. Let's get settled.
I'm going to wait for Arthur. I'll join you shortly.
Does that young fellow realize how lucky he is? Did Elaine seem a little nervous to you when we came aboard?
Oh, it's only natural to be nervous when you're introducing your fiancé to your parents. Remember what my father put you through?
Remember? How could I forget? We were married 3 months before I knew he was kidding about no hanky-panky with his little girl.
What bad luck. Hurting himself just before his vacation.
Mom, Dad, I'd like you to meet Arthur.
Oh, I'm so pleased to meet you.
Arthur, sure pleasure to meet you. Now, don't get up, son.
What a shame. What happened?
I had a skateboard accident.
Hey, you're getting a little old for that, aren't you?
Yeah, well, it happened when I was 15.
Why don't I get a round of tequila sunrises?
Oh, no, Mr. Hampton, please let me.
No. You sit. I mean, you stay. I mean...
It's no trouble, really, Mrs. Hampton. Excuse me. Could we get 4 tequila sunrises, please, when you get a chance?
I think they can be arranged, yeah.
So how's your trip from Denver?
I'm sorry?
Your trip from Denver?
Oh. Long. I just get crazy sitting in those little seats for 2 hours. It's...
I almost didn't make the ship myself. Couldn't find a parking place.
Parking place? You drove to the ship?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a 4-wheeler. I wanted to take it up the ramp because it was so steep, but they would. A little joke there. Very little, obviously.
Why don't I check on those drinks? They never put enough tequila in them.
Let me have you. Excuses, please.
Why didn't you tell us about him before he got here?
It's probably not easy for her to talk about.
Well, if it's not easy for her to talk about, it certainly won't be easy for her to live with.
Elaine, I can't believe you didn't tell him.
Arthur, please, don't be angry. You just don't know my parents. This is all new to them. The closest they've ever been to anyone in a wheelchair is an Ironsides rerun.
Elaine, I'm used to people's first reactions. Poor cripple. I had to get over that a long time ago. I just want them to get over it, too.
Honey, I tried to tell them, but I just couldn't find the right words.
There are only 3 words. He's a paraplegic.
Arthur, there are 3 other words. I love you.
You little monster. Get your now. Oh, Captain.
Yes?
When do you think we'll be getting to Puerto Vallarta?
That is our next stop, isn't it?
Well, no. We stop at Ensenada first.
Why do we have to stop there?
It's just a silly habit the captain got into.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Lewis, BJ, this is our ship's doctor, Adam Bricker.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
You'll have to excuse BJ. He's really anxious to get to Puerto Vallarta and open our restaurant.
I understand. Bringing up a child by myself, I'm beginning to understand a lot of things I never understood before.
Yes.
So, enjoy yourself.
We will.
All right.
Dad, I thought it was our next stop.
Don't worry, BJ. We're gonna get there okay, I promise you.
I hope so. I always feel safer when I'm with you.
Oh, yeah? I'm gonna get you now.
Hi, Isaac.
Hey, Doc.
Bye, Isaac.
Hi, Doc. I see you and Doc haven't buried the hatchet yet, huh?
When he apologizes for calling me sick, I will consider making up.
Gopher, you insulted him first.
Excuse me, I did not insult him. I told him the truth.
Gopher, we've been friends for about 6 years, right?
Right.
Can I say something to you as a friend? Maybe Doc is a little sensitive about all those lady-chasing stories. Even if you're all right. It's Thanksgiving. Now, why don't you be the bigger man and apologize first before this thing gets out of hand?
No way.
Well, you know, it's like my old grandfather used to say about friendship. He used to say,
Isaac, why is it that every time there's a problem, you always come up with one of your, my old grandfather used to say stories? Who was your old grandfather? Sigmund Freud?
no, he was just an average, everyday kind of a guy with a whole lot of common sense, which you don't have this much of.
Oh, is that so? Well, thank you. This much, friend.
You're welcome. This much, ex-friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ensenada. Boarding of southbound passengers will begin in approximately 15 minutes. While you're here, enjoy a moonlight stroll to one of Ensenada's many fine restaurants. Or for your convenience, join us for a late sitting dinner in the Coral Dining Room. We sail at 11 o'clock.
Well, there it is, Mexico. How do you like it so far?
Looks great. Dad, do they have Little League in Mexico?
Sure. Only problem is Little League bullfighting. Just kidding. Uh-oh.
Hi, excuse me. I'm looking for a Roger Lewis and a kid named BJ.
Oh, gee, I don't know what their cabin number is offhand, but if you go into the purser's lobby, I'm sure they'll give it to you.
Thanks.
Well, listen, hey, if you want me to page them, I can do that and tell them you're here. Mr.
Burgess, Bill Burgess. No, thanks. I want it to be a surprise.
Okay. Have a nice day. Thanks.
It's a surprise, all right? Come on.
Come in. Elaine, you look beautiful.
Of course she does. She takes after you.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about Arthur.
Well, it might have made the introductions a bit smoother.
Well, he looks like a very nice guy.
Dad, he's so positive about everything.
Yeah.
Just like you.
Now, Elaine, look. You and Arthur together.
Elaine, you join Arthur. We'll meet you in the dining room.
Well, don't be long. We'll have a big dinner to celebrate.
Celebrate what?
What are we gonna do?
Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Oh, Doc. Hi, you two headed for dinner at the dining
Oh, well,
room?
no, in fact, BJ hasn't been feeling well. Have you, BJ?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, no. Stomach hurts.
Well, I'll have a look at you. Come on inside. Right this way, BJ. Come on. That's it. Hop right up here. Almost ready. Well, you don't feel warm. Now, what kind of pains are they, BJ? Dull or sharp?
Dull and sharp.
I see. And when did they start?
I don't know, but they're getting worse.
What do you think it is, Doctor?
I don't know. All right, take off your jacket and your shirt, and I'll have a look at you.
Maybe you should keep him here anyway, Doctor, just in case. I'll stay with him.
Have Doc and Gopher ironed things out yet?
Are you kidding? Gopher's too stupid to apologize to anyone.
Now, Isaac, don't tell me that you and Gopher have had words, too.
No, as usual, Gopher's had them all.
Hey, Isaac, what do you hear from your grandfather?
Isaac, please, we've already got one argument to straighten out. Now, here's what I think you should do.
Hold it, Julie. Don't start with that mommy routine of yours, okay?
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It's just that anytime any of us have any kind of disagreement at all, you step in with that great big smile of yours and start talking to us as if we're 2 years old.
Well, when people behave like 2-year-olds, that's the way I treat them.
Fine. Save it for the passengers. Okay, Mommy?
Hi, Isaac. Hi, Julie.
sir.
Evening.
I hope this is good. I am starving.
Well, don't hold back. Food comes with the job.
Good evening.
Evening.
Nice dining with you, sir.
You just started.
Believe me, sir, I've had quite enough for one evening.
Gopher, will you talk to Adam? Will you do something?
Merrill, please. I'm sorry I'm late, but I was in my examining room with BJ.
Oh, nothing serious, is it?
No, as a matter of fact, I can't find anything wrong with him. But his father asked me to let him rest in my waiting room for a while.
Maybe they're just playing it safe.
Maybe. But safe from what?
Not bad, not bad.
I thought you'd enjoy the wine, Mr. Hamilton. It's a Chardonnay I discovered last summer in France.
You've been to France? Do you travel a lot?
Well, not as much as I'd like to.
Oh, I guess it must be pretty hard for you.
You better believe it, on a teacher's salary, it's difficult. But I feel travel's a necessary luxury. It opens new paths to the soul.
That's very poetic.
What do you expect from the world's greatest English teacher?
Oh, well, I'm only poetic when a certain chemistry teacher's chemistry is working on me.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Are you the captain?
Yes, good evening. What can I do for you?
Good evening. Hi, I'm Bill Burgess. I'm looking for a Mr. Roger Lewis and a boy named BJ.
Oh, yes. Are they still in your office, Doctor?
Yes.
Doctor, is BJ sick?
Why, are you a friend of theirs?
More than a friend, I'm the boy's father.
Father, I thought Mr. Lewis was his father.
I have the feeling I understand the reason for the boy's stomach ache.
What do you hear?
Nothing.
Hope the problem's in your ears.
I'll get it there.
No, don't. We don't want anyone to know we're here.
No answer. I'd feel better if I checked it out now.
I better go with you.
Don't worry, BJ. When we get to Puerto Vallarta, we'll leave the ship and then we'll be safe.
Hey, Dad, why don't we sneak off the ship now in Ensenada? This is still Mexico, right?
Right. The sooner we get out of here, the better. Let's go. Hello, son. I've come to take you home. He's not going anywhere. He's staying right here. BJ is my son, and I'm here to take him home with me.
I don't want to
Where were you when your son needed a father? Gentlemen.
Yeah, you left me when I was a baby.
Well, I'm here now, and I'm your father.
But I raised him. You haven't seen him 5 times in the last 10 years. Gentlemen, please.
All this arguing won't accomplish anything.
Whether BJ returns to his father or stays with the man who raised him is the decision for the courts to make.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Captain, because the courts already have decided. I have a court order here awarding me legal custody of Bill Jr.
Mr. Lewis, I think you should see this.
I know about that, Captain, but it takes more than a piece of paper to make somebody a parent.
I'm afraid I can't allow BJ to disembark with you in Mexico. Technically, it might be considered kidnapping.
Kidnapping? I've taken care of BJ since he was in a playpen.
Yeah, if he hadn't have married my mom, I never would have had a father.
I'm sorry, BJ, Mr. Lewis. A court order is a court order.
I won't go.
Come on now, BJ.
No,
I
Daddy,
know how
don't
hard
let him
this is
take
for
me.
you.
Dad,
Here we are. Come on, we'll talk it over. We'll get to know each other
Dad,
again.
don't let him take me, Dad.
BJ.
Dad, no.
I'm afraid my hands are tied.
I wish there was something we could do.
There isn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have weighed anchor and are sailing from Ensenada to our next port of call, Puerto Vallarta.
Mr. Hamilton.
I hope you don't mind. The door was unlocked. No, that's not true. The fact of the matter is, I told the steward this was my cabin, and he let me in.
Well, why not? We're almost family, right?
Arthur, I want to talk seriously about Elaine, and about Elaine's future.
Well, as Elaine's future husband, I suppose that also includes me, right?
Yes, well, you see, Elaine is my only child. She's my baby. And I've always wanted the best of everything for her.
So far, we agree totally.
And our family has always had a great love for the outdoors, particularly Elaine. I mean, swimming, horseback riding, skiing, mountain climbing, everything, physical fitness.
Yeah.
What kind of life could you two possibly have together?
Well, I think we could have a good life together. And with your blessing, we could have a great one.
You're a very fine young man. I know you've lived through a great deal. As I said before, as far as Elaine goes, I've always wanted
the best.
Arthur, you're handicapped.
No, you're handicapped by the way you think.
I'm just trying to do what's best for Elaine.
Well, so am I.
No, don't think of now. Don't think of the present. Think of 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Do you really think it's fair of you to expect Elaine to play nursemaid for the rest of her life? I'm sorry, I didn't say that well. I didn't mean to be so blunt. But please, think of what I've said.
You know, it's not as if I've never thought of it before. I've thought about it many times before.
Please, think about it again. You're a very fine young man. And I know you'll do what's best for Elaine. For everybody.
Come on, kiddo, load up. Party's free.
I'm not hungry.
If you're gonna actually pass up all these goodies, you're not Bill Burgess Jr.
That's right. I'm not Bill Burgess Jr. I'm BJ. BJ.
Look, son, I know you're mad at me because I've changed your plans. But I'm your father, and I'm doing what's best for you.
You mean like you did when you ran out on Mom and me?
I didn't run out on you. Your mother and I weren't getting along, so we both agreed it was time for me to leave.
But what about me? You hardly ever came to see me.
I knew your mother would take good care of you. Okay, I know I haven't been a very good father. But with your mother gone, why don't you give your old man a chance to make it up to you, huh? Come on, BJ, give me a break. We'll have fun. I'll take you to ball games, we'll go fishing.
I hate that stuff.
Well, what if I teach you how to play trumpet like I do?
I hate music.
Well, what do you like?
Roger. I like Roger.
Oh, hi, Dad.
Morning, sweetheart. Aren't you going to breakfast?
Yeah, in a minute. I just have to finish this chart.
Ah. What kind of a chart is that?
It's a who's still talking to who on the crew chart. Isaac isn't talking to Julie, and Gopher isn't talking to Doc.
I know. They're all acting ridiculously. I feel like I'm the captain of the ship of fools.
Isaac isn't talking to Gopher, and Julie isn't talking to Isaac.
That's enough, Vicky.
Doc isn't talking to Gopher, but he's still talking to Julie and Isaac.
I said that's enough.
And Isaac is talking to Doc, but he isn't talking to Julie and Gopher.
Vicky, enough. Vicky? Not us. Hey, you call that a kiss?
morning, sweetheart. Did you see that buffet? If that's just breakfast, can you imagine what Thanksgiving dinner's gonna be like? Come on.
I'm not very hungry right now.
Is anything wrong?
Elaine, I got something to tell you.
My gosh, this sounds serious. If you tell me you've got a wife in Acapulco.
Look, it's serious. Elaine, I've come to depend on you a great deal.
I've come to depend on you, too.
Yeah, but it's not the same. I've been doing a lot of thinking on this cruise, and maybe we're getting dependence mixed up with love.
It's close enough.
But it's not right. Marriage isn't like that. That's why I think our getting married would be a big mistake.
A mistake? How can you say that? We've been happy.
We're happy right now, but what about 10 years from now?
We'll be 10 years happier.
Elaine, we just can't do this. I'm sorry.
I don't believe this. Can you honestly tell me you don't love me?
I can't. Don't you see, I'm doing this because I love you and because I want to do what's best for you.
Some Thanksgiving this is gonna be, huh?
Well, at least it'll be quiet. Hardly anybody's talking.
Can't you and Gopher smooth things over?
Well, how about you and Isaac?
Hey, I asked you first. Besides, Gopher didn't mean any harm about you chasing that girl. Sorry. He was just being sentimental, remembering that day we first all met.
Yeah, I remember that day, too. I especially remember you.
Really?
Really? Pretty Julie. Well, you've matured a lot since then.
You mean I've gotten older?
No, I mean matured. More confident, more in command.
Thank you.
Now you're a woman. Then you were a little girl. Even your hair was different, remember? You had those cute little bangs. It was fuller on the sides. They're much darker. Brown, in fact.
Don't you like it now?
Yeah, I like this color, too. Maybe it could be a little... No, it's nice.
Maybe it could be a little what?
Nothing. I like it.
Doc, if you have any complaints, let's hear them, huh?
I don't have any complaints, honest. If I had any complaints, it would have been about that brassy color you had once. I didn't like that.
Brassy. My hair has never been brassy, Doc. It was blonde.
Well, brassy blondie, then. And green once? Remember that?
That was a mistake. I'm sorry you don't like the color of my hair.
Julie, why wouldn't I like the color of your hair? I've liked it through 4 colors already.
Why don't you just go chase some blonde down a passageway, huh?
Dad, I knew you wouldn't leave me here.
Is Bill in there?
No. Come on, we can make a run for it.
I have to talk to you about something, BJ.
We can talk later. Let's get out of here.
We're not going, BJ. That's what I came to tell you. Whatever you and I feel, you've got to go and live with your father.
But you are my father.
No, I'm not. What kind of a father would sneak his son out of the country? No good father would teach his son to break the law.
But don't you love me?
Of course I love you, BJ. I'll always love you. And I'll come to visit you every chance I get.
Yeah, sure. That's what Bill used to say.
BJ, I want you to be a good boy and do what Bill tells you, all right? All right. Go back in there.
Roger, I heard what you said. How can I thank you?
Just take good care of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to glorious Puerto Vallarta, famous for its palm-fringed beaches and warm tropical breezes. Have a pleasant stay.
Hey, Doc, what'll it be?
Oh, just a cup of coffee and a little conversation, Isaac. You're the only one still talking to me.
You know what you need, Doc, is one of my Thanksgiving specials. 1 part guava juice, 1 part vodka, and 2 parts raki.
Raki?
Yeah, that's a foreign drink.
And that's your Thanksgiving special?
Yeah, raki comes from Turkey. Comes from Turkey. Hey, hey, Doc. Where's your sense of humor?
It's here, Isaac, but it only comes out when it hears something funny.
Hey, listen, don't get mad at me just because you had a fight with Gopher. Listen, if you want some good advice about Gopher.
Please, Isaac, thank you. No advice. Okay? Spare me that.
Okay. Consider yourself spared. All I was going to say is that...
I know what you're going to say. I should make up with Gopher, and it was all my fault, right?
Look, Doc, all I'm going to say is
you two guys always stick up for each other. It's like dealing with the Bobbsey twins.
Well, excuse me.
Can I get a cup of coffee, huh? What do you say?
Sorry, the bar's closed.
All right. I just get my own coffee.
Good. And give yourself 2 aspirin and call yourself in the morning because you'll be the only one talking to you.
Believe me, baby, it'd be a big mistake.
It's probably the best thing for you.
Yeah, that's just what Arthur said. He said he was doing the best thing for me.
Oh, well, maybe he's right.
Then tell me something. If everyone else knows what's best for me, why is this the worst day of my life? I'm tired. If you'll excuse me, I think I'll say goodnight.
I've never seen her so upset. Not even when she lost out on that teaching scholarship.
Buck, this time she's losing more than a scholarship.
Oh, I know. She'll find somebody else. I mean, people can fall in love more than one time during a lifetime.
Did you?
No.
Buck, tell me something. If I had been in a wheelchair, would you have married me?
Oh, Hannah, that's an unfair question.
No, it isn't. Think about it. Would you have married me?
Yes. Absolutely.
I wonder if our parents would have approved.
Hi, Gove.
Hi, Julie.
Do you believe the way this Thanksgiving cruise is turning out?
It's beginning to sound like a bad movie, isn't it?
I think you and I are the only members of the crew still talking to each other.
Well, I think that's because you and I happen to have a very open and honest relationship.
Based on a mutual respect for each other's feelings.
Right. I mean, I can say things to you, and I know you are not going to be offended or get into a snit. unlike some others that we know.
Exactly, and I feel the same way about you. I know that you accept me for what I am.
Well, hey, who am I to criticize you? Let's face it, I certainly have done some incredibly immature things in my time.
Oh, no, Gopher, don't go putting yourself down. Personally, I've always thought that one of your most endearing qualities was your constantly childlike behavior.
Constantly childlike behavior? I think that I have also done some incredibly mature things in my time, too. Don't you agree?
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure I do. Like that time when... Well, like,
Well, Julie, how about the time we were both on that island trapped in a hurricane 4 years ago? I'd say it was pretty brave then, wouldn't you?
You were in a coma.
True. And thank you for reminding me of that. I appreciate the bluntness. Certainly not a flatterer, Julie, and I like that.
Thank you.
It's probably why you're still single.
I'm still single because I choose to be single. You are constantly childlike.
And you're constantly single.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. We will be leaving Puerto Vallarta in 30 minutes.
40 minutes.
30 minutes.
It's getting late. I'll tell you what. You got two choices. You can either go to bed now, or you can have a hot fudge sundae.
I think I'll take the sundae.
That's my boy.
Dad! Where are you going?
I'm going home, BJ.
But you can't go now.
If you're gonna live with your father, you're gonna have to start getting used to it.
Please, can't you stay till tomorrow? I've never had Thanksgiving without you. Please.
All right, BJ.
Thanks, Dad. You're always there when I need you.
Right. This won't take long. I've heard an ugly rumor that some of you are considering not joining the rest of us for Thanksgiving dinner.
That's right, sir.
Please. If you want to act like a bunch of children, that's your business. But running this ship is my business. And if you like it here, you better make running this ship your business, too. Am I understood?
Sir.
Quiet. We, and I mean we, all of us, have 600 passengers on this ship who are trying to enjoy themselves. So, get your acts together, all of you. Put your petty differences aside and be at that Thanksgiving table. In the meantime, I want each and every one of you to do your work expertly and, as you have in the past, happily. So, dismissed.
Captain, I really think that we...
I said dismissed. Beautiful, isn't it?
Lovely.
That's some turkey, hey, Dad?
Sure is, son.
Where's Dad? I don't know. He said he'd be here.
Oh, it's open. Come in. Oh, hi. You come to wish me a happy Thanksgiving?
Arthur, There are two things all my friends know about Buck Hamilton. One is that I adore my daughter. The other is that I hate to apologize. Both those things bring me here.
Well, Mr. Hamilton, there's no need to apologize because you were right. And as for adoring your daughter, that not only proves that you're a good father, but that you have good taste.
Yeah. Yeah, well, may I sit down?
Please.
Elaine loves you. Elaine is unhappy. And when she's unhappy, I am miserable.
Yeah, well, she'll get over it.
That's what I thought. We're both wrong.
I don't think we were. I don't think you were wrong when you told me that it would be a very difficult life for Elaine. And, I think I was right when I told her we shouldn't go through with the marriage.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah. You finally showed me that I was telling myself too many lies.
You know what I think, Arthur?
What's that?
I think you're telling yourself a lot of lies now.
When I was a boy, every year at the Thanksgiving table, my father would ask each person to give a reason, any reason, why he or she was thankful. I think we should adopt that this year. Now, who would like to speak first?
Captain, I'd like to say something.
Of course, please.
Thanks. This is an extra special Thanksgiving for me because it's the first time I've spent it with my son, BJ. I guess I have a lot to be thankful for. Most of all, for Roger Lewis, for being there when I wasn't, and for helping turn BJ into such a good kid. Roger, you know like I do that a boy needs his dad. A dad he loves and that loves him. And that's why I've decided that I want you and BJ to stay together. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
I'm thankful too, because now I have two fathers.
Yeah.
Mother, look.
Folks, I know that Christmas is the time for giving gifts, but I love my little girl so much that I figured I'd bring her a very special gift for Thanksgiving.
Sorry we didn't have time to get me gift wrapped.
I like you just the way you are, in a plain brown wrapper.
Well, would anyone else like to speak?
Sir.
Yes, go for it.
Well, I'd like to say that after my father passed away, my mother came on this cruise. And I guess I was mad at her or something because I thought she was having too good a time and she wasn't mourning him. And then Isaac made me realize that she was just putting on a front because she didn't want me to feel sad. And I just want to say that I'm thankful to my friend Isaac for doing that. And I'm very thankful to all of you for the help that you've given me whenever I've needed it. And for being my friends 24 hours a day.
How about that time you all stood by me when that passenger wanted to have me fired? I'll remember that if I live to be 1,000,000 years old.
Remember the time my uncle came on the cruise and I thought he stole all that money and I was really upset. And all of you stood by me. It turned out he didn't. I was just really grateful for your friendship and for helping me through that. Thank you.
And the way y'all stood by me in Australia. You supported me through one of the unhappiest times of my life. Thank you.
Oh, Doc, remember the time you had me jailed in Curacao?
Yeah.
I'll never forgive you for that.
Well, Doctor, how about showing us your surgical skill on this turkey? We're starved.
Okay. Doc.
Huh?
Just wait.
And I'll always be thankful to your father for coming up with this idea when you were a little boy.
I have a little surprise for you. It wasn't my father who came up with the idea. It was your father. About 5 minutes ago.
A lot of stuffing for us.
He doesn't know how.
Thanks for sailing with us.
Thank you, Julie. It's been super all the way.
Oh, good. I hope you all enjoyed your cruise.
Oh, it's been the best time of my life.
It's been a great trip. I came aboard with a wife and a daughter, and I'm leaving with a wife, a daughter, and a son.
Guess where we're going on our honeymoon?
Where?
Mountain climbing. Well, it's going to be a little difficult getting up the mountain, but it's going to be fun coming back down.
I'll get you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Captain,
Yes.
guess what?
What?
We're gonna open BJ's Cafe after all, in Los Angeles.
Save me a table opening night.
Save a table for us, too.
We want you all there on opening night.
All of you.
I'll be there, BJ. And this time you can really count on me.
Well, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for sailing with us.
Well, this is one Thanksgiving we'll all remember.
As it was written, all's well that ends well.
Thanks to Gopher.
You sure got the ball rolling.
That took a big man to do what you did, Gopher.
Hey, that's my buddy.
Well, let's just call it my Thanksgiving gift to all of you. Now let me tell you what I want for Christmas.